Year 2025. The world is bigger, stranger, and more mysterious than we ever imagined. Every year, explorers uncover new landscapes, new formations, and new natural wonders that challenge everything we think we know about our planet. Our world is not just a place we live in. It is a living storybook, with chapters written by time, water, fire, wind, and life itself. There are places where the sky becomes the ground, where mountains float like islands, where caves glow like galaxies, and where nature seems determined to remind us that imagination is nothing compared to reality. Today, we will explore 6 of the most unbelievable destinations you must see before you die. Some are ancient landscapes untouched by humans. Some are mysterious formations that defy explanation. And some are so surreal that standing there feels like stepping onto another planet. Prepare yourself for a journey across deserts, mountains, islands, and underground worlds. Welcome to the world's most extraordinary destinations. Imagine an island, cut off from the rest of the world for millions of years. No big cities, no highways, no noise, only the wind moving through alien-looking trees. This is Socotra, a place so bizarre that even veteran travelers call it Earth's closest version of an alien planet. When you first step onto the island, the landscape feels like a dream someone forgot to finish. The ground is dry and cracked. The rocks rise at impossible angles. And towering above everything stand the iconic dragon's blood trees. Their umbrella-shaped crowns stretch wide to survive the brutal sun. Their trunks twist like ancient sculptures. And when cut, the trees bleed a deep red resin, a substance ancient civilizations once used for medicine, dyes, and sacred rituals. Socotra is home to nearly 800 plant species found nowhere else on Earth. Scientists often say that visiting this island is like traveling back in time millions of years, to a world before modern ecosystems existed. Winds carve its mountains. Endemic birds echo through its valleys. And at night, under a perfectly dark sky, you can see more stars than almost anywhere on the planet. Socotra is not just a destination. It is a reminder of what Earth looked like long before humans arrived. High in the Andes lies a place where the horizon disappears, where the ground becomes the sky, and where travelers often feel like they are floating in infinity. Welcome to Salar de Uyuni, the largest salt flat on Earth. During the dry season, it becomes an endless desert of white crystals, stretching farther than the eye can see. The ground is so perfectly flat that across huge distances, the height difference isn't even 10 centimeters. But when the rains arrive, something magical happens. A thin layer of water covers the salt, turning the entire desert into a flawless mirror. Clouds drift beneath your feet. Stars shine both above you and below you. The sky duplicates itself so perfectly that the boundary between reality and reflection simply disappears. Astronauts even use this natural mirror to calibrate satellites. That's how accurate it is. Standing here feels like stepping into a dream where Earth briefly allows you to walk between two worlds, the sky above and the sky below. Deep in Hunan province lies a landscape where mountains don't rise, they float. This is Zhangjiaji, a place so surreal that it inspired the floating mountains of Avatar. Thousands of thin sandstone pillars pierce the sky, some taller than skyscrapers, others hidden beneath drifting morning mist. As the sun rises, light spreads slowly across the valley, revealing the pillars one by one. like islands emerging from a sea of clouds. Each pillar is topped with patches of forest, where stubborn trees somehow survive on cliffs only a few meters wide. Wind whistles through the valley, birds circle around the peaks, and the silence feels ancient. Millions of years of erosion carved these giants, turning simple stone into a forest of vertical mountains that look almost alive. Walking here doesn't feel like exploring Earth. It feels like stepping inside a myth, a place where the world follows different rules. In the scorching Arizona desert, water performs a miracle. Flash floods, violent, sudden, unstoppable, rush through narrow cracks in the rock, twisting and sculpting them over thousands of years. What remains is Antelope Canyon, a glowing corridor where light becomes liquid and stone flows like waves. Sunbeams fall through thin openings above, splitting into golden rays that illuminate walls of orange, red, and violet. Every curve looks hand-carved. Every shape looks intentional, as if created by an artist with infinite patience. Every few minutes, the colors change, shadows shift, new shapes appear. No two photos ever look the same. Walking through Antelope Canyon feels like entering another dimension. A narrow, living passage where nature paints with light and time. In the heart of Türkiye rises a mountain unlike anything else on Earth. Pamukkale, the Cotton Castle. Its white terraces, known as travertines, were formed over centuries by mineral-rich thermal waters flowing down the slope. From afar, the entire mountain looks covered in snow. Up close, you see cascading layers of bright white stone, reflecting sunlight in shimmering patterns. At sunset, the terraces glow golden pink. Thin mist rises from the warm pools, giving the entire landscape a mystical atmosphere. For thousands of years, the ancient city of Hierapolis grew around this site, believing its waters held healing powers. Pamukkale's beauty cannot be captured fully in photos. Only when you walk barefoot in its warm pools do you understand how nature can create its own masterpiece. You walk through a narrow tunnel, feeling the temperature drop, hearing the sound of distant water. The deeper you go, the darker it becomes. A deep, silent blackness that feels infinite. And then you turn a corner. Suddenly, the ceiling transforms into a star-filled sky. But these are not stars, they are glowworms. Millions of tiny living lights that illuminate the cave in glowing shades of blue. As your boat drifts silently through the underground river, the glowworms twinkle above you, creating a galaxy inside the earth. The cave is so quiet that every drop of water echoes. Every sound seems louder, older, more ancient. Nowhere else on Earth do glowworms shine this bright or this densely. Visitors always say the same thing. It felt like I traveled into space. This is nature's own cathedral, dark, peaceful, and filled with stars, born from life itself. These 6 destinations remind us that Earth is anything but ordinary. It is full of wonders waiting to be explored, to be protected, and to be understood. If you could visit only one of these places, which one would you choose? And if this journey inspired you, don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe for more cinematic explorations.